Ah, nah, wrong program. Whoa, look at chat. Look at chat. Uh, how do I program consistently for so long? Um, the trick is to really love the project that you're working on. Like, um, whenever I'm working on a like there are times that it would be difficult for me to work on like what I'm working on. Um, and when I feel that coming on, I'll like, well, for one thing, I'm lucky that I'm working on art, I'm working on code, I'm working on programming, so it's not just programming, right? Um, and then so if I feel like I'm running like on fumes for like any one of those things, like if there's something that I'm like not feeling inspired by, like if I start to get that dragging feeling, like, whoa, this is a slog, like this is not something I enjoy. um I figure out what I need in order to enjoy it. Usually the answer is that I'm not working on the right thing, right? Like I'm working on like in order to feel really excited about what I'm working on, I need to it needs to be like something that I will be excited to complete, and something that I'll really love once it's finished. And yeah, so if I ever feel like I like what I'm working on is not that, or like when I get that dragging feeling, like, oof, I don't want to finish this, it's probably because I literally don't want to finish it. I literally don't want whatever it is that I'm working on. So that's like the point where I'll like stop. I mean, like if I'm lucky, it'll happen at the end of a day, so I can have it figured out by the next morning. But like, yeah, so basically the goal then is like, what do I actually need to be working on in order to accomplish what I actually want to be accomplishing. And so like let me think of an example of like when that happened, like with SideQuest. So SideQuest, there was a uh, well, I don't know, it's hard to say an exact, well, all right, I'm not coming up with like an exact example, because like I was going to say something on SideQuest, and actually for most of SideQuest I've been pretty not inspired, but no, kind of inspired like the whole way through. Like I've kind of always like felt like, oh, this is really cool. Oh, I really like this, like the whole way through. Which is why I've been working on it for so long. And okay, so I'll give an example from my previous project. Before I was working on SideQuest, I was working on a project called Hero, um, which was a fine game. It was like I enjoyed working on it, and it was a game that I wanted to work on, but it was very straightforward. Like it was, you could mistake it for something that you'd seen before, I guess, is like one thing that gets me feeling that way. Uh, so yeah, so there were times like when I was working on this project that like I felt like, well, it's again, this one's not a perfect example, because like actually for this entire project I had a very clear idea of what I wanted to do for most of the entire project. Like in broad strokes, I knew roughly like what was important and what was necessary. But like so in this game there are three different abilities that you can get. You get bombs, you get dash, and then you get a third ability later in the game. Here's bombs. And So the thing about the third ability is that it took me so long to figure out what it was, and like I kept trying to like I had a few ideas about what it could be, and I would like start to like act on those ideas, and then I would really quickly get hit by like the thing that you're describing, like the like the ugh, that sense of like blah. Um, and so yeah, fortunately for this project, because I had a very clear idea of like what the entire project was going to be from the get go, and that's because it was a remake. Like I wasn't, I made this game is a remake of like the first game I ever made independently, and I actually never finished the first game I ever made independently. So this is like, I don't know, this is like, I don't know if it counts as a remake since the first one never actually was completed. But anyways, yeah. So what I did then is I just whenever I hit that feeling, I just worked on something else. I just like uh, for I think it was literally months of this project, and this project was only months long. So for months of this project, for basically this entire project, I was trying to figure out like what the heck should Power 3 be, and like if you look at the code, like bombs is called bombs, dash is called dash, but power 3 is called pow 3 because I had no clue what it was going to be for so long. I knew it was going to be there, so I knew I needed to account for it. And then I just it's like it did not click, and I did eventually get to it. I did, but like so I say like it's easier to work when you like really feel good about what you're doing. I never actually necessarily got to that point with Power 3. Like Power 3, I actually, you know what I did in order to finally get Power 3? I cut another feature, and then I made that other feature that I had planned. I made that Power 3. So I never actually came up with Power 3. I guess I just kind of like took another part of the game and turned it into Power 3. But the way I got there is that I eventually decided that that would have been my best option. Like I didn't have a better option, and so honest, like literally the best thing for the game at that point would have been to, hey look, POW 3, would have been to make POW 3 the thing that I was able to at that time, and it took me like I said months to come to that point, and the and because I spent months like of like being like about POW 3, like I spent months being like I don't want to do this. I eventually got, like by the time I got around to implementing it, I had spent so much time considering it that I was certain about it, and I think it was ultimately the correct choice for the game. And so at that point it was like, yeah, good, I know what I'm doing, so let's go. Yeah. Why do I insist on using portrait aspect ratios? Because if you're playing a game on a tablet, you're probably holding it in portrait. Is why I make my games in portrait aspect ratio. And when you say I insist on making them in portrait aspect ratios, you're being dramatic, because I think you'll recall that for the most recent Signal Jam, we in fact did not use portrait aspect ratios. The reason I made my games in portrait aspect ratio is because they're better that way. Um, uh, so I think I don't know, portrait is just better for I think mobile gaming too. Like I'm happier playing a mobile game in portrait than playing it in landscape. Like I know like for tablets it's awkward to play a game in landscape. Um, for tablets it's just your thumbs literally fit better if you're playing it in portrait. But even for like non like tablet mobile devices, like for even for like phone sized mobile devices, um, I just feel like it just feels better. And why would I make a game that feels bad when I can make one that feels good? Uh, I probably missed other questions while I was talking because I was talking for a long time. I'm just gonna catch up real quick. Um, so, oh yeah, I guess the one other thing that I'll point out about like working for long stretches of time is that like at around like 4 or 5 o'clock usually I'll get to the point where I'm like I start feeling that like that urge to like go check social media or like go like look at my email or like go do something else. Like I just get that feeling like I want to break away from this and go do something else. And then what I remind myself is like if I do that, like if I were to go check my email, I would look at my email, I would read it, maybe there'd be something interesting there, and then and then what would I do? What I'd want to do probably is like resume whatever I was doing before, because like I probably like I was saying, when I'm working on something, I'm working on it because I enjoy what I'm working on, and so sometimes just reminding myself that like yes, I could take a break at any time, but if I took a break, what would I really be doing with that break? Like I just kind of remind myself like, oh, that wouldn't be necessarily like a fulfilling experience that I'm missing out on. I actually don't really need to do that right now. I can actually just continue what I'm doing instead. Um, that's a very like specific sort of thing, but I don't know. Sometimes it's relevant for me. Sometimes it helps. All right, actually, where do I want this leg to be? I mean, I definitely want it like. Well, I need to draw it. I need to extend it because I need it to connect actually to the hip instead of just like floating out in space. Um, but let me just clean this up real quick. Also, I think this leg lost some thickness. I think this leg got too thin, a little too thin. I'll bring it actually up more, I guess. Oh, you know what? I'll bring it up, and I'll bring the knee back a little bit, because I don't think the knee has to be quite so far out. I think it can be like angled a little more like this, because it's like this is like the leg that connects from the adventurer's right hip, and so that was like really long. That was like unnecessarily long. Yeah. Okay. Uh, so, uh, yeah, this should be further up too. The back leg. Oh, oops, I just drew that on the wrong leg. Do, do, do. This back leg should be further up. Excuse me, it said select all, shift. Oh, I have the wrong tool. Shift up. Yeah. That might be too high. That's definitely too low. That might be too high though. Well, actually, I'm gonna start with this, and then I'm gonna fix the angle of the leg, because it should come down at like slightly more of an angle, because it's connecting to this hip over here. So maybe it should be further back actually. Maybe it should be pulled back like that a little bit more. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, that seems fine. Alright, so this might be okay. That doesn't look good. That looks bad. Maybe it'll look better when it animates. No, I should probably clean this up a little bit, because yeah, this doesn't look good. Hold on. The silhouette I think is okay though. That was too low. Maybe I'll just lighten up this whole leg, because this leg is like much more forward and front and stuff, so it doesn't need to be super dimmed. And then, yeah, this back leg. Yuck. I'm just not enthusiastic about it, like in general. I just don't like it in general. Oh, also I've had the back hand invisible for like ever. That'll help lend a little bit of context, I guess. Maybe, actually, what if I cheated the knee down? Maybe that's what it needs. What if I just cheated the knee down slightly? Just brought this down a little bit. Like, not much. Yeah, I think that looks better. Because, like, it was too globbed together. Like, this whole back leg, like, bottom section was just way too glommed together. Alright, I think that's better for starters, and then maybe bring it. Yeah, this is fine. Also, I can shave a little bit off here, because this leg's supposed to be in the background. It's supposed to be, I don't know. I guess there'd be like the slightest amount of foreshortening on it. All right, this is probably good. I'm gonna call this good. All right, so now we can. What am I using to remove the orange from the background to animate the frames together? Oh yeah, the orange is actually on a separate layer. I just have the orange layer there because like the little checker box pattern like hurts my eyes. And yeah, I just picked orange for contrast because the pants were like this greenish color, and so yeah, and then yeah, so the reason there are all these layers here is that like every part of this image is like a separate layer. So like the hands, the back, the strap, the leg, like all of these things are drawn on like separate layers, because the way it works is that the game actually takes all of these individual images and composites them together to like form the adventure characters. And that's why when you level up, like you change your backpack or you change your hat, and like the rest of you stays the same because they're all separate pieces. It's like a little puzzle putting these characters together. And this puzzle is going to get a lot more complex because previously there were so there were like seven like components to the adventurer, or like seven or eight components, and like each of the components had like two separate layers, and each of the layers had like two separate frames of animation. But now technically each of those separate layers has four separate frames of animation, and for a lot of the times it doesn't actually animate. Like the face doesn't animate, like the chest doesn't animate most of the time. But then, like, certain things do. Like when the chest gets the jacket, then the tails of the jacket actually do animate. So like, yeah, it's gonna be tons of fun converting all this stuff over. But I wait, we'll see. It should be. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Um, yeah. So what the what what the stuff and the et cetera, and so on and so forth. Um, yeah, now we can export this. Oh yeah, so the funny thing about like the way these things are like separated out on separate layers, and like I was saying, like the multiple layers are all like part of like the same thing. Um, the way I export these is that I take like extents on the entire. These are all eight legs all together at the same time, and so in order to export this, I'll want to. I'm gonna hide the backpack in order to take extents, but I think I can eyeball the rest of it. So basically, what I need to do is I need to update the data. Oh yeah. Oh yikes. I'll probably, yeah. You know what I want to do is I want to make a separate folder for these things, because like legs. Yeah. So these, let's copy this here, and this will be like legs. Uh, art test, I guess. Um, because if I have to restart the script, I don't want to accidentally like mess up my like actual data. Excuse me. Hey, I've Dogman. How's it going? Welcome. um, yeah. If I mess up my actual data, for one thing, if I just change my mind and I decide not to go through with this, then I'll have to go back and fix that up again later. But also, if I have to restart the script even while I'm in the process of this, which I probably will have to, because it's been we've already had like three major errors with the script left over from the other day. So it's clearly not perfect yet, but yeah, we'll so we can yeah, we can edit this this other version of this other file, these other files instead. So let's yeah, all of these change. So we'll just start with or I'll start by doing the data file, I guess. Uh, so legs. No, wait, no, not legs. Legs. Legs art test. Yes. So let's edit this data file to say what. Oh yeah, the new extents. The new extents are. Let's see. 6059. 59. 4823. I'm just reading this off of paint.net because it tells me like how many pixels. What is the size of this in pixels? Um, so yeah, let's okay, so you can save this, and now I don't know, for a naming convention I might just do like the 00A 11A just for now. Like I don't have a better thing to be doing with that. All right, so I'll open up all of the legs art test original frames, because these, no, I should probably just delete all of these because like they're changing pretty radically. So all right, never mind. So legs layer 0, copy this file, new. Okay, paste, save as legs art test 0. Okay. Yes, and then 0A, copy. I need like a script or something that does this for me, because like this is not my favorite part of the this part of the art process is a little bit routine-y, I guess, or like a little, it's drudgery, I'll say it. It's like it's literally just copy pasting, saving according to naming conventions, and Yeah. I kind of wish Paint.net was like open source, because then I probably could actually like script this stuff. But for now, it's not the worst thing. It's and no, it's I mean it's entirely doable. It's just not the exciting part, I guess. So yeah, if anyone has like questions that they felt like asking, yeah, it's been a little while since I've done an art day, so it's nice to have this sort of time where I am able to like talk about stuff while working on art stuff. So if anyone, uh, I mean, we have had a lot of good questions today. I hadn't really been thinking about it much, but yeah, it has been a good day for questions. All right, so you're doing great so far, you guys. You're doing great so far. Trusty Bard says. Yeah, so Trusty Bard, you guys probably noticed he gives like mid-event updates now. He fills you in on like what roughly is happening with the event. And there's a reason for that. You can change the event type now. You guys can choose what event type each event is. I guess I'm not really like advertising that anywhere. But so the reason he gives the mid-game update is because he that's also how he conveys to you what is the event type. Because if the event like right, because the event type is now calculated based on uh, how players like push it, like how players push it in one direction, like towards one event type or another, and so that midpoint is when the event type gets locked in, and when it gets locked in, he tells you. So that's because since no one changed the event type was still event type 4 because it's authored to be event type 4 by default, and so you can win by covering all the bases is like the message for event type 4. You're doing great so far, says Trusty Bard. Okay. So yeah, we're almost there. Just like let's copy these over. File new and okay, paste this. And so this would be 3 and 1 more to go. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Copy this and file new. Okay. Paste. Save. Yeah, so the next fun thing will be to like start loading these in and start like changing like the animation system. Woo. All right. So this will be fun. All right. So yeah. So we have all our pieces here, and okay. So the first thing that we're gonna do is basically what we do with like the other stuff that does, like I was saying before, not everything animates, and so when we're loading in our equipment data, we actually I was just thinking I should like change the. I should change the naming conventions. I'm not going to change the naming conventions right now, but I should change them for like if I stick with this, like if this is not just an evaluation, but if this is like the new way of doing things, then I should change the naming convention just because like I was just thinking about like how the game actually like handles that animation stuff, and it's right now it'd be really weird to implement it the way I'm going to implement it, but whatever, I'm going to implement it this way for starters, and it can get better later. So yeah, equipment. I'm just going to quickly check the definition of equipment as we have it so far. Right, so there's 4 frames here, so I'm just going to double this. Oh, and also like I'm not initializing this, which I can, I guess. So def or no, underbar init underbar self. Yeah, basically just this again. So self dot frames equals this, uh, comma, new line. So yeah, now there are 8 frames for each of the animation. Yes. Oh, technically this is 2 separate scripts. It's two .py files, but the other file I'm only really using for private information that I can't show on stream. um, uh, yeah, like Yakima says, if the follow up is an argument for multiple files, you might as well save yourself the time because yes, this comes up often enough. Okay. Uh, okay, so that's just this is just like the definition of equipment, and I guess like for starters, I'm not even gonna initialize this stuff like there because like it's just redundant because we do it here anyways. I feel like that's redundant. I feel like I don't actually have to do that multiple times. I could be wrong, but we'll find out. Yeah, so then when we're loading in the equipment data, um, yeah, what we do here is like we check if exists. Um, oh, this is slightly awkward. No, this is not because yeah, okay. I was gonna say right because so the funny thing is like typically either the animation exists or it doesn't. Because there were 2 frames of animation, right? So the existence of any animation is just the existence of the other frame of animation. But now, like, hypothetically, like, I mean, oh, yeah. I mean, hypothetically, there could be any number of animations. There could be 2 frames of animation. There could be 3 frames of animation. There could be. No, I'm just gonna. I could do that down the line if I felt like it, but that's not necessary right now. So I'm just gonna keep it as either there are 4 frames of animation or there's only 1 frame and therefore it doesn't animate. So I mean, the way I've been doing this is now going to be like a little bit weird because like when there is no additional animation, I just use the same frame twice. But now I'm using the same frame 4 times, and that's like a little duplicative. So it might be to the point where like I actually want to start separating between like animated versus non-animated elements, so that way, yeah, I might want to do that instead of like loading in like the same data like duplicatively like multiple times like that. Yeah, maybe I'll change that now, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So equipment is also going to have like an animated value, I guess. So where was it? Equipment. Yeah. So animated, and it'll default to false because actually the majority of items do not animate. Uh, all right. So yeah, and then all right. So now we don't have to be duplicative for the ones that don't animate. So when we're loading in equipment now, previously we would check if wait, what is this? Yeah, if it didn't exist, we'd load in the other one instead. Where do we load in frames? Oh, this is for bonuses. Oh, bonus. Okay. All right. I won't worry about bonuses right now. That's like another thing. Right. Okay. So for yeah. Right. So uh, right. We're doing this if else thing where if the second frame didn't exist, we would use the original frame again. But we'll get rid of that, and what we'll do instead is we'll say if the second frame of animation exists, then animated equals true. Oh, so what is it? It's excuse me. It's equips index eli dot animated equals true, and I'm just gonna honestly, I'm just going to, like I said, it's going to be an either or thing. Either it's animated and it has all 4 frames of animation, or it's not and it only has like the single frame. So I'm just gonna not even check if all of the files exist. I'm just gonna, for the other ones, I'm just gonna be like, they exist, load them, and then hypothetically, if they don't exist, it'll just crash. uh, yeah. All right. So yeah, and that's the reason I want to change the naming conventions. Is it's now frames 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not actually like 0, 0A, 1, 1A. So yeah. But right, I'm not gonna change that imminently. So I'll do 0, 0A, 1, and then 1A. And like the same thing down here. Instead of this, we'll do like this. Oh, we don't have to say animated equals true anymore. Yeah, in fact, we don't have to do if exists anymore. We can just say if animated. Because like I said, it's either all or nothing. And this all happens on startup, so if this causes a crash, it'll crash on startup. All right, so oh right, but then this isn't. So this is now 3A. No, this is what is this? This is so this one is 2A. Oh wait, no, this one doesn't even exist. This is not a real thing. Okay, so oh yeah, so this is this is frame 4. Yes, this is frame 5. This is frame 6. This is frame 7, and this is right. So then this is copy paste. This is oh no. Yeah, I don't have to keep doing. Or no, fine. All right, this is no, that's fine how it is. All right, I'll leave that like that. But then this one is 2A, 2A. This one's 3, and this is 3A. Okay. Save that, and then I guess if I am changing the animation system though, I do kind of have to change the. I do kind of have to change these. In what regard? Oh yeah. Uh, I should add the. I'll just add the animated value on bonuses as well. Because we actually don't even have any animated bonuses yet. So, where are bonuses? Yeah. So, I called it animated, right? On the equipment. Wait, where's the equipment? It was right there. Yeah, animated. So again, animated equals false. Yeah. And then I guess I'll. I'm. No, I'm just gonna leave that as it is. If no, I'm gonna get rid of this whole like if one exists because we're not even gonna bother to check right now. Like I can like down the line I can set up animated bonuses when I actually have animated bonuses to add. I'm not thrilled about I'm not thrilled about bonuses. Like they're very subtle, and I don't feel like they really communicate what I wanted bonuses to communicate in this game. So I'm not gonna spend an undue amount of time on that sort of thing. Yeah. Okay, so let's yeah. So, so now I have to change the way that animations are like processed because like it's not just it doesn't just toggle between 2 values now. It like rotates between 4 values. So yeah, where's that handled? It's like anim I think is is what we call it. Anim I. Yeah, it gets used a lot of places, and then anim I. Yeah. So, oh yeah. Uh, wait, we use anim I for. Wait, what is anim I? No, this can't be the thing that I think it is. Because why would we be using it for environments? Oh, special environments. Yeah. Oh, special environments. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I'm not adding extra layers of animation to the animated environments, so I guess I'll just have to divorce those. Okay, so I'll leave anim I the way it was. Like I could rename it to like environment anim or something like that, like environment anim I or something, and I'll just start using a new value for yeah this so AI. Uh, yeah. So what does that want to do here? I guess I'll like sorry, I'm helping. Um, uh, I will sorry, I'm helping with this event real quick. I will plan to pull off a sweep maneuver, but uh, instead trip and fall, causing a distraction. Yeah. Uh, sorry. Yeah. All right. So this is the one that we'll want to change because this when we're using anim I for the characters now, we'll want it to cycle through 4 frames of animation. So I'll just call this like I don't know, like char n I or something. Uh, or char anim I. Char anim I is fine, I guess. All right. So here is this the first instance that we'll want to actually change. Uh, um, oh yeah, those because those are all the environment instances. So all right, so replace that. Wait, what just happened? Uh, wait, did you just replace the? What the heck? I hit replace and it flipped out and it didn't. Oh, it replaced that one. I don't know what just happened. All right, whatever. So find the next instance. Replace that one. Replace that one. Oh, I see what happened. All right, replace that one. Yep, replace this one, and then replace these two. Yeah, because right, so it's not gonna be modulo 2 anymore. It's gonna be modulo 4. Uh, oh, but then right, there's it's my, I don't know if my computer's making a weird noise right now, and I don't know if I'm still streaming. I hope I am, but I'm not sure that I am. All right, yeah. So the other thing that I have to change is that the frames of or the not the frames of animation, the layers of animation, because the layers of animation are now offset by a different amount. They used to be offset by 2, like the top frame would be 0 and the bottom frame would be 2, but now it's the top frame is 0 and the bottom frame is 4. So I'll need to remember where I actually do that thing, and update that as well. Bonuses don't have separate layers. Yeah. What is this? This is oh, that's for the energy. Wait, energy? Why does energy use anim I? I guess for no particular reason. Oh yeah, that's the other thing is that I have to right. So char anim I. Right. Okay. Yeah. So for the instances that we're using char anim I, we have to check if anim, because like for all these things that we're checking if. Oh, weird. Oh, we do have an animated bonus. I lied. We do have one animated bonus. Because karma counts as bonus. Wait, does it? Yeah, karma's I mean, it's not the same system, but they do use the same like data type. So yeah, no, for I might just skip it for now. I might just like not have that animate for temporary. We're not even going to see it in testing. So for starters, I'm just not going to worry about that. But right, so what we'll say here is if is it raining? I don't know. Actually, it might be raining in real life where I'm located, which I don't think is probably the question that you're asking, but it might be because I'm looking out my window and I'm just seeing like I'm not seeing like rain, but I'm seeing like little drops of water from like the overhang. So it might be like lightly raining. All right. What was I gonna do? All right. So if Karma Dictionary index li dot animated, if Karma Dictionary dot li or index li dot animated, then we're gonna do it this way. Then we're gonna use anim char anim I. Else, and I really don't need to accommodate that case because I just didn't. I just didn't. I just declared that I was not. Yeah. All right. But in yeah. So the else case is the one that we actually care about. This is the one where instead of using a char anim I, we're going to just use 0 because it'll just always be 0. Okay. And then right, so it'll be the same here because with bonuses. So if excuse me. If oh the no oh that was my computer freaking out. Yeah, my computer. I don't know. Sometimes it's just like I will turn on the fan at full blast for no reason, and then it just the fan runs at full blast for like no reason. As far as like I don't know. Maybe there's a great reason for why it's happening. I just have no clue why it's happening, and then it just like stops eventually because it realizes it's being silly. I guess I don't know. Alright, so else, so yeah, once again, the else case here is the one that actually matters, and it's the one where instead of char anim I, we just use index 0 because it's not animated. Oops, that's too many line breaks. Alright, so let's continue on because that's just the wait a second. How am I blending the bonuses if I haven't blend the character itself yet? Oh, AI, right. I forgot about AI. Right, so the places that, right, because we calculate AI based on char anim. Yeah, it's like, where, I must be missing something here, and I am. Right, so again, for these things, I need to be, oh, level highlight? Oh, level highlight. All right, for level highlight, I'm just gonna blit like 0 for now because I need to do something with that, but for now I just don't care. I'm just gonna blit it as 0. So it's either gonna be like it's just gonna be solid yellow or solid blue, like that image, like that blinking like yellow blue effect was like always supposed to be placeholder anyways. I was never actually like supposed to be keeping that. So maybe when I go back to revisit that, that'll be like my cue to actually like do something different with it, or just I don't know, or something else. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So right. Okay, so AI, it's gonna be AI plus 4 for one thing, and then as with because right, this is when we're blending the lower layer, and then as with the other stuff, we are going to say so if so, what's so? Oh yeah, sure. Okay, so if so not equal blank, and then if so if equips so animated dot animated, then we will say that we'll blit like using animation index. Otherwise, as per usual, well, this time we're not using 0. This time we're using 4 because 4 is like the 0 of the lower layers. So else Same thing, except instead of SI or AI plus 4, it's just gonna be 4. Yeah, and then one more time. If equips index so dot animated, then we will blit as such, and then otherwise we shall not. Else, oops, I keep adding that extra line break unintentionally. All right, 0. Get rid of the extra line break. Okay. And now we're good. Hold on, are there other references to character anim? Index I. How come I use character anim index I sometimes and then AI other times? I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, yeah, no, I think that's satisfactory, maybe. Are there other? What else would I have to change? No, I think this is fine. I'm just gonna see what happens when I run this now. Oh, oh, but that's the other thing. I have to. Oh yeah. Wait, I'm gonna right. So I'm gonna change order.txt. Yeah, order. Okay, so and for this version of the script, I'm gonna change it to like order_art test. So that because I have to change the order document, and it's because right. So I only updated one set of the legs, right? So I can only use that one set of legs, and in order to change that, I have to change the order document. And if I change the order document if I just change this the order.txt, then it'll mess up the other script. So I'm just going to make a copy of it called order_art test. And right, so anywhere we would upgrade legs, we just have to use legs instead. So boots in red are an example of legs. Stick, gloves, cap, blue, backpack, boots, compass, walking stick, legs. Point cap, full or long gloves, walk stick, full pack, dark shirt, compass, mouse, feathered cap, white pants, bracers, walk stick, bow, padded armor, quiver, shin guards, eye darks, blackbirds, hood, kilt, armband, cape, sandals, kilt too. Oops, I'm bad at this. Shawl, scepter, hood, no darks, pendant, turtle, black pants, black and skirt. That's one as well. Wait, yeah, that is one as well. Oh, but this one technically it does not require a level up. Whatever. Okay. Up turtle, helm, chain boots is one. Chain chest, black sleeves, buckler, mask, fox, cloth headdress, linen sleeves, buckler, linen shirt, linen pants, chain is one. Linen pants is another. Linen sleeves, jacket, no back, epaulets, owl, arm wraps, head wrap, leg wraps is one. Farmer shirt, farmer pants, farmer hat, vest, shoe buckle, sickle. Oh yeah. The script is gonna crash a bunch of times when I try and fire it up, because there are a bunch of animated things that I'm gonna have to go through and like edit by hand. But that's fine, I guess. Alright. Yeah. Shoe buckle, sickle, farmer's patch, sheep, shoulder armor, purple sleeves, pointed helm, no back, chest plate, tall boots, leg armor. Alright, let's see what crashes when I try and fire it up. I know it'll be some things, and I might as well just figure them out point by point. Oh, I'm not printing out the name. So for ELI in equip list, equips ELI equals equips ELI dot cat egg equals LI. So yeah, what is it that I'm trying to do here? I guess just like I guess I'm just I just want to print out like ELI. So like print, just so we know where we're crashing. So print ELI. All right. So like which items are we crashing on? Because I'll probably just like, so cap blue. What? How are we crashing on cap blue? What is wrong with cap blue? Uh, oh, wait. Out of range. List alignment. List assignment index out of range? No, that's dumb. That's not true. Uh, because, what? Because we're saying equip. What? What? What's going on here? Hold on, let's see. Because, like, yeah, no, when we init, we're supposed to say frames, frames is like 8 surfaces, so, like, I don't know, that seems dumb. What do you mean? Oh, it's not saying equips is out of range, is it? No, it wouldn't be saying that. What is so special about cap blue? I guess this is the first one. No, cap brown would have multiple layers too. I don't know. What? What? Oh, no. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I can just comment it out for now. Yeah, you know what? Instead of trying to like edit all of that stuff, I'm just gonna instead say, or no, wait, no, it won't load if I don't. What is this? What is this stupid out of range business? Alright, I don't think, like, this really shouldn't do anything. But I guess I'm going to say, I just like this should, like, I'm gonna do something that shouldn't fix it, but I think probably will fix it. And I don't like doing things that shouldn't fix things, because I'd rather stuff be sensible, but if stuff insists on being stupid, then it's better to be, like, senseless than to have it literally not work, so whatever. It can live with its own stupid brokenness, and I apparently have to as well. No, it didn't fix it. Good. Good then. Okay. Well, at least we don't have to do something that's stupid. This time. What is its problem then? What is its stupid problem? Oh hey, yeah, Corley MJ, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, um, yeah. Why are you crashing? What do you think is... You think ELI... Wait. I don't know what on earth it thinks is out of range. I kind of don't care. I kind of just want this to, like, go away. Oh, no, you know what I can just do? Is, yeah, I'm just gonna say, right, so, I'm just gonna, this is the art test version, right? I'm just going to say, so replace this with this, oops, with this, and then replace these. So I'm just gonna make it so that everybody looks like the starting, whatever. Because it seemed like we loaded these ones just fine, so I'm just gonna... In the art test version of this game, you're just gonna load through some very unimpressive things. Don't crash. Oh, you jerk. Cat blue. There's no cat blue. You stupid jerk. There's no cat blue. Stop trying to be a jerk, you stupid jerk. What? Oh no, because it loads things even if it doesn't need them for the game. Which actually, I guess it probably shouldn't. It should probably only load things if they're actually needed for the game. What is its problem? What does it think is its... Alright, well... I mean, it can't be that... It has to be that it thinks frames 4 is inappropriate. List assignment index out of range. it has to be. Because, like, if I set this as frame 1 instead, it'll crash on something else, right? Because 1 is, like, valid, right? Right. No, run. Yeah, so now it crashes on something else. Because it thinks 4 is out of range. How on earth does it think 4 is out of range? We're initializing this to have 8 indexes, and it thinks 4 is out of range. Really? 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 Did I typo it? Like, I've like looked at this like 100 times now, and I can't imagine. Yeah. Does it just not like that I'm line breaking? Because like I don't have to line break. I can have this text like run as far off screen as the script wants me to have it run off screen, but like that shouldn't fix anything. Nope, didn't fix anything. Which is equally dumb. Like it's dumb both ways. Will you ad-libbing affect the event? Not really, no. It just counts as voice data. So now that the event is over, it goes back to showing voice data, and it shows that you said my name. So you can affect the event if you, for example, if you had said all, if you had said, yeah, if you had said, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, if you had said hashtag all, then you could have changed the event type to be event type 1 instead of event type 0. The thing about that is that if you change an event type 1, or if you change an event type 0 to be event type 1, you can't necessarily control what experience you get, but the funny thing about that is that you can actually influence the outcome of the event. Yeah, well, so, right, ad-libbing, well, so, okay, yeah, so, oh, I saved my diagrams from the other day, because I was like, I don't want to draw these diagrams again, I'll just save them. So, where was it? It was, side quest, it was Gambit slider, yeah. So this is my diagram from the other day, and, so it's like, so right, that was event type 0. So in event type 0, the arrow doesn't start exactly on 0. Like it doesn't start all the way to the extreme. Excuse me. It starts technically between the two, but it starts closer to 0 because it defaults to 0. It literally starts at like 66% or 33%, depending on how you want to think of it. But like, you know, biased towards the default event type. If you had said all, that would have swung it in this direction, and so it would have changed to event type 1. Right. So gambits are most effective when ad-libbing, but gambits are a separate system than ad-libbing. So gambits has nothing to do with ad-libbing in terms of like making up your own action tags. The tags that you use for gambits are 1 and all. And so yeah, so the way the game works now is that you can choose your event type. For event types that were written for a specific, events that were written with a specific event type, you can only change it within the category. So for event types 0 and 1, you can switch between 0 and 1. For event types 4 and 5, you can switch between 4 and 5. For event types 2 and 3, you can switch between 2 and 3. In ad-libs use gambits the most because ad-libs you can actually switch between any event type. It starts in the dead center between 0 and 1, and then you can push it to any of these extremes. And so what this diagram represents is the more all tags that come in, the more it goes in this direction. The more 1 tags come in, the more it goes in this direction. And so this is the 2s and the 3s are more towards voting. The 4s, the 5s and the 4s are more towards balance, and the ones in the middle are more towards random. So yeah, that's how that works. I guess the reason I don't really explain it anywhere is that it's like an advanced maneuver kind of. I guess like I wouldn't like if someone's new to the game, I kind of hope that they would fail at gambits. Like it's supposed to be something a little more nuanced, a little more you have to understand how the event system works in order to understand what you'd be doing if you tried to pull a gambit. And so uh uh what's a JPEG? What is a JPEG? Oh, is that like that's what they used to use on the internet before someone invented pings? Is that right? Is that what a JPEG is? I don't know what a JPEG is. Um, okay. Um, uh, what is wrong with this stupid index thing? Like, obviously there are four indexes. Obviously there are a million indexes. Um, yeah, like what the literal heck? Why does it not like this? I just really like I just really don't care about this. Like I really Oh, I'm reinitializing it right here like an idiot person. Ugh. Alright, that explains it. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Alright, now, yeah, this is the crashing that I expected it to do. Uh, wait, what? Oh, right, I never, okay, so I never defined char anima. Uh, wait, I expected more crashing. Oh, no, no, it didn't crash because I eventually made it so that all the adventures, yeah, okay. Alright, so let's go to anim I. Anim I, the first instance of this. Because, okay, yeah, so we'll also have char anim I, which also equals 0 for starters. Okay. Yeah, alright, so Trusty Bard and me will be the only characters in the game. Trusty Bard and I will be the only characters in the game. And now we don't even animate at all. Now we just like moonwalk across. Oh, right, because I'm not updating. I know why that is. I know why that is. It's because we're not updating. It's because we're not. I don't know why the characters in the background aren't animating. I didn't think I messed them up, but no, I know why the characters in the front are not animating. Okay, so let's let's stop that. Um, okay, let's what are we doing here? Right, so in the case where we're updating anim I, we have to update oh, we are updating char anim I. What? Hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say we need to do this. Oh, it's that we replaced. Okay, so yeah, no, I don't know why the foreground wasn't updating. I know why the background wasn't updating because anim I isn't getting updated anymore. Anim I, because I replaced anim I with char anim I, which was basically just like uh, anim I plus 1 modulo 2. Yeah. So wait, why were the characters in the foreground not animating? Oh, no, I don't know. It probably has something to do with the animated value. Like I probably like wasn't setting the animated like dot animated for that equipment. I don't know why else it wouldn't. So let's look into that. I suspect something having to do with dot animated. Uh 3D animation, yeah, 3D animation is way easier. 3D modeling is way harder than 2D art, I think. So it's like a toss up, right? Something that I've thought about, like for the project. Like, should no, I literally like, wait, hold on, let's go to the backlog real quick. Because I was looking at the backlog the other day, and, oh yeah. I ended up moving it to Limbo, but one of the things I added to my backlog was Start Over. And because I just wanted to like really think like, are there weird assumptions that I'm making about this game that I would rather just not? Is there something that I would rather like just literally like reset? And so I sat there and I thought like I could make the game 3D. And so this is one of the things I thought about. Like, yeah, it would be like like it'd be way easier to get a much higher frame rate or whatever. Like I could get any frame rate I want with 3D animation because it's all just like, it's all just calculated. Like it's not like there are distinct frames or anything. Um, and then but then what occurred to me is that like I'm not a 3D modeler, and like I coincidentally I like drawing silly little doodles in the margins of my notebooks, and I did that a lot, and so I can draw like little 2D forms like okay. um and uh so yeah, I like I was, although I'm tempted to switch to 3D because of how simple it would make like animation and stuff like that. Um, if I switched over to 3D, then the game would look more like Hero. The game would look like the game we were looking at earlier, where like the characters are like cubes, and um, yeah, rigging, yeah, yeah. And then once you have the models created and rigged, then animation is a breeze. But getting there. I don't even know if I necessarily want this game to be 3D. Because, like, well, no, maybe it's just because I'm not, like, I have, like, zero 3D art experience. But, like, I don't know. I like, I like the illustrated look enough. I'm not, like, there are no aesthetic reasons that I'd want it to be in 3D. In fact, there are probably, if anything, like, on purely aesthetic reasons, I think I'd rather it be in 2D. Um, but things like animation, that'd be nice. Um, I mean, it's the sort of thing that like I would. It'd be nice to like know how to do 3D, and I'm never gonna know how to do 3D if I never actually like work in 3D. But yeah, I thought about it. I thought about it a lot, and ultimately, what I came up with is I want 4 frames of animation, still 2D, but 4 frames of animation. Like I was thinking about a lot of different things though with Start Over. Like I was thinking like I would rewrite the project from scratch. I would use a different engine. Um, and then like I got into this whole big evaluation thing about like, oh, well, what if I don't start like 100% over? Like what if I, just did this differently? What if I did this differently? And uh, for better or worse, the decision that I came to is that I don't need to start over. Like I'm actually okay with the project how it is. Like there are things that could be different about it, but there's nothing that would be so much better about it done another way that yeah, that's actually what we talked about earlier today. And I think so what we came to with that is that the additional like frames that you would get out of Spine are the advantage, right? And I say Spine, but I mean like anything along those lines, like a 2D skeletal animation system. What you get is more frames and a smoother animation. What you lose is cloth animation and lighting, because it's not like the lighting is actually recalculated based on like any sort of like 3D volume. Like these 2D images are supposed to represent a 3D volume, and a 3D volume in any lit situation, which our game takes place in, the outdoors is a lit situation. Anything with any sort of light is, I mean, anytime that there's like, anytime the light is not like 100% ambient, like you're going to have like shading. Um, and right now, I just like, it's like brain to hand. Like I render that automatically when I draw things. Like I just instinctively like shade them in a way that, yeah. So we did talk about that earlier today, and ultimately the decision that we came to, and by we I mean me, is that we would gain some things, but we wouldn't gain it cost us other things, and so since it would also cost us a whole bunch of time, like converting over to that, unless it's like an unequivocal win, then I'm like, yeah, like I was saying before, I'm satisfied with I think like what the art will look like. It's not supposed to look smooth. It's not like So yeah, the other thing we talked about is like possibly like separating the frame rate of the environment and the character art, because the character animation is not supposed to look smooth. I guess I wouldn't mind if the background animate, like I guess that's something to try. Like I do like what the backgrounds look like when they're animated smoothly. I'll show that. I'll just show the GIF that I made the other day. Oh, actually, yeah, I have it on my computer too. Um, so like, oh wait, no, I put it. Where did I put it? I put it like on the D drive, media, GIFs, side quest. What was it? It was Tour 5, I think was the final one. So like I like what the art looks like when it's actually a little herky. Maybe because the GIF's still loading or something. Huh, it can actually run smoother than this. I don't know why it's like still looking a little jittery. But like I like what the art looks like when it's scrolling smoothly, and I yeah, I don't know why it's running so like it's actually a much smoother animation. And when it does animate smoothly, it does look good. So we might go that way with it. I don't know. We'll find out. All right. Let's okay. So I yeah, right. Okay, so what happened last time we ran this the art test? Cuz like I don't understand why the characters are not in. I don't understand why they're doing this like I don't I don't understand why they're doing that. So, I guess for starters, I'm going to like, I don't know, like print, char anim I, because like char anim I should be updating. Char anim I should be getting updated. Uh, so we should just now see like a spam that goes like 0123 0123 0123 0123. Yeah, okay. So it is animating, or it is updating, but for some reason they just keep the same frame of animation. Oh, I know why it is. I know why it is. Yeah. Okay. It's because I'm still using legs. Instead of using legs, I'm supposed to be using legs art test. Yeah. Because right. Okay. Because it was trying to load in legs and it was finding that they were not animated, and yeah, because the layer, what was it? It was like layer 0A didn't exist, and so all right, let's just replace legs with legs art test and match whole word only. Replace all. Okay. Yes. So now we should be able to see like what this art stuff looks like, I guess. What would SideQuest look like with 4 frames of animation? Survey says. Wait, that can't be right. Is that right? No, that's not right. It's only doing 2 frames of animation. Uh, and you know what's funny is like this is like this doopy leg animation, like that can't be right, right? That's wrong. It's not just that it. No, it's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not actually animating correctly. But you know what's funny is this like the legs look even like stupider than before. And this was like the visual effect that I was describing before, like when I first tried to make the legs work in the first place. Um, Please tell me this is not them actually working correctly. This is like the result of a bug, right? Hold on. Wait, I'm gonna this has to be a bug, right? Please tell me this is a bug, because if this is literally the effect that I've created by doing this, then I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be sad forever. No, this has to be a bug. Oh no, it is a bug, right? It has to be a bug. Hold on, wait, let me double check. I think when I'm calculating animation index, no, not here. Not LAI, not TAI. Not either of those things. Yeah, I'm doing modulo 2. All right, no, modulo 4. All right, here we go. All right, so oh yeah, okay, so let's go back to anim cooldown. And cool. So it might be that yeah. So the thing that I'm noticing with this so I haven't restarted the script yet, but the thing that I'm noticing here is that the legs don't look like legs anymore. They just look like they looks like there's this weird like noodly thing underneath the player. There's like this weird like green noodly thing, and the green noodly thing is just like going like doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle. So it looks like the our player has no legs, and they're just like sitting on top of like a weird like funky like worm thing that's like flailing about. I think part of that is just because they're flipping between like the same two frames of animation again and again. Um, but let's see if it gets better when I rerun it. Please get better when I rerun it. Oh, it didn't stop the old version. Why is it? It's still running the old version? I don't know what that's about. Oh yikes, that's not better. That is not better. That is not better. um, that is not even good at all. That's like so bad. That's really bad. It's hilariously bad, even. Uh, thank you, Doug. Oh man, I was not. I knew it wasn't gonna be great. But I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. Oh, sorry. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm just trying to think of like what to do, and I could just try. I can't think when they're on screen because they look so dumb. Sorry. Um. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. I tried to do like the quick conversion, or like the easiest conversion between like what we had and what we could like whip out. Um, uh, but no, I should actually just rethink this. So yeah, the bad news is that like you know, clearly I'll have to do this for all of the art that I convert over. Um, I don't know if I like it going at like 5 frames per second either, because I did technically speed up the walk cycle, and it's not a big deal, but I'm gonna slow it down slightly. Uh, uh, oh man. The the noodle effect Lanky Ninja comes because there's not enough definition on the shape of the legs, and so it doesn't come across like an animation. It comes across as like a erratic set of like shifting lines. Like you don't think like, oh, this line is moving here and then here and then here and then here. You see that line and you can't like connect where it's like what it's related to in the next frame. It's just like it just seems like random. That's what the noodle effect is coming from. Um, uh, yeah. You know what it reminds me of is try and picture people on either side of me and Trusty Bard swinging like a hopscotch or not a hopscotch double dutch ropes. That's what it reminds me of. Wait, hold on. Let's look at that real quick. um, uh, double dutch. we're, just, we're just gonna look at double dutch real quick. Um, sorry. All right. I was hoping it would have like more action shots. Yeah. Maybe I could just embrace that. I could I could just make it so that they're just double dutching. There's I could just draw in like ropes going across the whole screen. No. Um. All right. I don't. Uh. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Carly. That is very nice of you. And hilarious too. I don't know. I don't think I've never heard that one before. Um, um, all right. I should. Whatever. I'm in for a penny. Might as well be in for a pound. So I should just redo this. I guess. Like, let's try this again. I guess. Um, and yeah, I do know what I should do. I guess I should just do it right. I should just do it right. Right? Yeah. No, I don't even know what right is. It's like it's the stupid leg thing that I was telling you about. Like because like because they can't it's because they can't stand with their legs together. Like if I had a neutral frame of animation that didn't look like the characters were literally squatting and they would literally have to be squatting if I tried to make a neutral frame of animation, then I mean like my I could like the art in this game is like growing. It's just slowly growing. Like the characters used to be much smaller than they are actually like right now, and then I made the characters larger, and now like the my recourse right now is I can make the characters taller. Um, but the art for the game is just growing because then I'd have to like make the pirate ship taller, and so I'd have to make like I'd have to. Right, right, right. Um, I should probably just not worry about this right now. Like, it's interesting to see like what we could do in some regards, but all right. I'm just gonna quickly say, well, I appreciate the compliment. I guess. I we do tend to keep the chat channel appropriate for all ages, so or not all ages, but like yeah, family friendly, like PG-13. I'll say so. Thank you. I guess. um. Oh man. All right. So like because because the constraints that we have, like with like how the characters can stand, like I think like the only other option we really have is to like make the characters run like even stupider than they already are. Not like not stupider than this. You can't get stupider than that. But no, what what I mean is like we can make it so that it's like it's a more effective rendering of an even stupider run. And again, not like stupider than that, but like well, yeah. Maybe I'll just try and render it real quick. Actually, should I just do it here? Like just to really quickly evaluate how it's gonna look, I could just try doing it here instead. Um, yeah, like not even try and. All right, I'm just gonna just like really quickly, like just iterate on these like on this animation to see if I can get like it to do like basically anything. Like we have a very low standard uh, for what we want this to look like. It's instead about getting it right because like clearly we are not getting it right right now. Um, I'm just gonna go fast. Gotta go fast, right? All right, so oops. Do, do. So yeah, so like this leg actually has to be outstretched is the thing, uh, because that's so dumb and like it's not gonna look good. But like that's more like how a person would run is that they would stretch their leg out more first and then they would bend it. Uh, Not the other way around. So, oh, we also have to like widen this, I guess, because like this is the leg that's in front, right? So it actually couldn't go out as far as the other. Uh, so fine. Adjust image canvas size. Right now it's width of 48, so let's just make it a width of, I don't know, like 58. I'll go too far for starters, and then I can always dial it back. Actually, maybe that is fine. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so let's, uh, what am I doing? What have I done here? What travesty is this? Alright, so, right, so like I said, this isn't going to look good. This is definitively not going to look good. My goal right now is not to make this look good. It's just to sketch out like a new possible animation. Maybe. We'll see. I should stop trying to make this look good because it's not going to. Right, that's fine. Right, and so this, in this frame of animation, the leg is actually bent. In fact, it's bent and the foot is flat on the ground is the other thing. So that's going to be a fun change of pace. Because I think that's like kind of what was like missing a little bit. Like I think it's kind of like what gave the impression of like the dancing is that like the feet were never planted, and that's weird. Like how are you walking if your feet never actually get planted on the ground? It's just a weird thing that didn't make sense before, and so I don't know. Now it'll make a little more sense, hopefully. Slightly more sense. We'll see. And so then again for this one, the leg is stretched outward. The leg is flat out in front. So yeah, so the thing about this is with the leg stretching like way out in front, it's a way doofier run is the thing. Like that was what I was, I guess, trying to get out earlier. Is like this is gonna like be very like cartoony, very exaggerated. Like well, we'll see. All right, yeah. Also, so the leg has to be bent, and also the leg can't even like come out at first. It has to like come. It has to like angle like basically immediately downwards. Um, and like it's feasible that like with these changes that maybe this could work, but it's yeah. I don't know. I don't necessarily want the art of this game to look doofy. Like I don't want it to look like slapstick or like it's okay if there's humor to it, but I don't like want it to be like a joke, I guess. I don't know. So we'll see. Alright, so I might as well just save these. And then oh yeah, so what are the back legs doing now? So this is oh yeah, yeah. So again, like just to in order to like get back that illusion of animation, so it doesn't look just like a so it doesn't just look like a weird squiggly line, so that it could actually look like an actual like uh, things that are moving in like a sensible manner. Um, I'm gonna exaggerate like the back leg as well, but like again, this is gonna look super doofy, super doofy. Because this pairs with this leg. So like at this frame of animation, like the legs are gonna be like way high off the ground. Like the feet are gonna be like super high off the ground. But like I guess that's like kind of what I don't know. I feel like I might have to do. Oh, that's why that looked weird. I drew that on the wrong layer, but whatever. I feel like I don't really have a better option in terms of getting the legs to work together. Or all right. So in this case, I guess so this one goes with this one. So the front foot is like planted on the ground. So the back foot should be coming forwards, I guess. So this is like okay-ish, except it should be further forward. So let's take this and move it in a little bit further, and then deselect, draw the knee forwards a little bit further, I guess. I don't know, and then cut this more like that, I guess. I don't know. I probably like broke the leg and it's probably like not connected anymore. Alright, again, this one, like before, we're gonna basically just like flatten it out and kick it a little higher up, I guess. We'll see how that goes. So, wait, where's the lighter tone of the shoe? So, yeah. See how this goes. And again, so like I was drawing really fast and going really rough. So like the animation is gonna look poor quality in terms of like how it's rendered. But like I know that because I just drew it fast. But basically, what I'm trying to figure out is if it looks like a poorly rendered animation, or if it just looks like a poorly rendered mess of lines like it did before. So wait, what did I do with the other one on this one? I just brought it forward, I guess, a little further. So, yeah, I guess I'll leave this one as it is for now and just like see what this looks like. I mean, I kind of know it's gonna look terrible, but I guess I'm just yeah. So I guess what I'm curious to find out is, does it look terrible and I should give up, or does it look terrible and I should keep trying? I guess is the whatever. Oh, sorry, I zoned out of chat for a little while. Hey, Ken, our stream, how's it going? Welcome. I am, yes. Thank you, Yakimus. I'm seeing what the game would look like with more animation. And specifically, I'm not adding that much. I'm just adding. So it used to be like, yeah, right. Okay, so like Akima says, instead of 2 there before, and it is a lot of work. So I'm not actually doing it yet. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to figure out if I should be doing this. So I'm just like trying things just to see how they look, or see like how they turn out, and if I can get them to work okay, like then maybe I'll actually consider doing this for real. So far that has not been the case. So far it's all turned out like terrible and bad, and I probably won't actually do it. Yeah. But I mean, that's how you find out if something's gonna work. You try it, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it does not. All right, so prepare yourself for Doofy Walk Cycle Take 2. Okay, so this might be slightly exaggerated. This might be okay, so I might have swung a little too far. So the nice thing about this is that it looks more like they're actually walking instead of, well, I mean walking, but like it looks like it doesn't just look like a weird squiggly line thing. So yeah, maybe the key is just to dial it down a little bit. Just like go for something a little more subtle. Um, so okay. Yeah, maybe this is something that we can work with, sort of. Because, like, it's really exaggerated that the legs, like, spring all the way up. Like, that the legs come, like, all the way, like, literally, like, horizontally out in front. Um, and I think if that wasn't happening, then the rest of it could be okay-ish, kind of. So maybe, like, this is the part where I now touched it up a little more, and then maybe I actually can clean this up. Like, yeah. I don't know, we'll see. um, uh, That's funny that you mentioned that on my Cyborg, because that's actually how the system used to work. The system used to work that way, and I actually just changed that. That was actually something that we just changed this afternoon. Oh, this is totally the Ministry of Silly Walks. I hadn't even thought about that. Maybe I should be saving these. Maybe I should. I should like save these for like posterity, right? So that someday we can look back and and see how dumb these all were. Yeah. Well, I guess we always have the stream. We'll have the stream archives. All right. So let's give this another shot. Let's see what we can do with this. Because it might not be hopeless. This might be this, this might be salvageable. All right, so yeah, let's so like right, so it looked ridiculous to have it like literally all the way out in front, but what if it wasn't like literally all the way out? Like what if it was just like a good distance out? You know, enough to convey the sense of animation. You know, make it not look just like completely basic, but what if it was still like at a reasonable angle, like at an angle that someone might actually like have their leg when running, without specifically doing a comedy bit. Um, so I actually don't even know if this is like too extreme or too not extreme or like what this is, but like I want to just keep iterating fast. Excuse me. Just like trying new silhouettes for the animation fast, and then once we get a silhouette that looks okay, then I'll go back and like touch it up so that it actually looks like yeah. And actually, I didn't mind the mid frames of animation. I didn't mind like this frame. I mean, clearly I can clean this one up, and I will at some point by like actually like having the shading like look less weird. But that's not the priority right now. In fact, I'll just gonna stop touching that. No, the priority I guess is these frames of animation. So yeah, so let's bring this one down at a similar angle. So like more like this. Actually, yeah, let's use the space because we like with the legs out straight like this, then they would extend like we saw before, like when we drew the character standing upright, like fully upright. These characters have really long legs, so if the character is if the legs are straight out in front, then it actually would extend pretty far. So I want to represent that as we can with this art. Okay, so let's see if this is slightly better. Because the legs are not like literally like out in front. It's like I said, I know going into this I have to commit to something a little bit doofy. Um, uh, oh wait, what? Oh, I forgot to save one of the frames of animation because it's not one of them's not working. Which one did I not save? I did not save this one or this one. Anyways, they're both saved now. Okay. So, do do. Um, see, that's doofy, right? But it's not as far gone, I guess. It's a slightly less terrible form of doofy, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that's like this might be okay. This might be doable. Maybe. Like it'll need some work, and it might still be a little too. It might still be a little too far, but um, I don't know. I might go with this. Maybe I'll try cleaning it up and see if I can't like fine tune it a little bit. But hold on, let's see it a few more times. Yeah. All right. Um. So, oh, you know who else has a four frame walk cycle is Caroline. Caroline. Uh, Caroline has a four frame walk cycle and smooth animation. So, like, I guess, like, I mean, I wasn't necessarily thinking of this, but I'm thinking, like, it would be something like this, I guess, would be, like, the overall effect. I mean, the background wouldn't be 3D, but, yeah, it'd be like, yeah, probably something like this is like how the adventurers would like move across the environment. Uh, huh. Yeah. Wow, look at all the bugs this game. I just have really bad luck right now. This is not my day. But yeah, okay. Uh I might take a break and work on something else for a little while. Because I think I have to come back and see this again. Like I think I can't really evaluate it right now. Because like I look at it and I'm like, okay, that's better. But then I look at it again and I'm like, that's hilariously bad. So I think I need like fresh eyes on this in a little bit. So I think yeah. I will come back to this because I think it might be something that I want to do. Um, but sorry. In the meantime, I'm probably gonna do something else. Sorry. Oh man, sorry. I just want to see some other backgrounds. Go to cave. Cause I see all. Oh, I should do a side by side comparison too. Like I should I like have the art down on the bottom of the screen. I have it like covered up so I can't really see it anymore. But I'm just gonna make that visible again real quick, so I can kind of like see them next to each other. Um, all right, yeah, yeah, you know, it's um, yeah. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back to that. We'll put a bookmark in that and come back a little to it a little bit later. Uh, all right. So, let's recognize. Oh yeah. So this is like I don't know what like animation, uh, evaluation, 4 frames, or 4 character frames. I don't know. All right. So that's still in progress. That's something we're still working on. Yeah, this was something that occurred to me the other day. Is how does a chat GM call midtime on a free Gambit adlib event? Right now they can't. Oh, and that also made me think about what we have going on here in terms of like yeah, like the adlib thing. Right. So what is it that I want to do here? I want to change adlib to be. Oof. Yeah. No. What do I want to do here? Um. I mean. Okay. So. Um. I want to. I want to make it so that. So right. So it used to be that events started and then they would end. Now there's the midpoint. So for example, Trusty Bard, like in this most recent event, he said, like at the midpoint, he said, "You'll want balance overall. A few more corral wouldn't hurt." Um, and um, there, so I had to change the chat commands to because when the GM like when it's not like Trusty Bard knows how to do his own thing himself, but like when a GM is running the show, you know the GM has to tell Trusty Bard like when are these things supposed to happen. So um, I guess like the easy thing to do is that I could just add in like a I could just add in like so right now yeah there's like oh actually what am I doing with the GM right now? I might have messed it up and like I might have to change something. So let's like vote X, is that even okay, vote X is still a thing. Okay, cool. So um yeah. Event names. I'm just gonna add in like event names index free uh equals, I don't know, like -1 or something. And then, yeah. Yeah, this is fine. Uh, um, um, right, so this comes into effect when the GM is issuing commands in chat, and specifically when this happens, we say cur ev type. Whoa. What's this suffix command business? Oh, yeah, suffix command. Yeah. Right, so indexed, blah, blah, etc., etc. Cur event type. Okay, so actually, so right, before we do this, we have to say, if if event names suffix command blah 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 equals -1, then oh, what do we do here? Actually, I guess I don't really have to add in this processing because in this case the GM has already, like, free only works if oh, free. Oh, yeah, yeah. I was gonna make it so that you can call an event type on a non-ad-libbed event. Like, you can call an event type on, or no, on an ad-libbed event. Right now, like, the way it was all conceived is that, like, ad-libbed events would always be free type. But I guess hypothetically it doesn't have to be that way. Like, it could be that there could be, like, free events that there could be free events with fixed actions. There could be ad-libbed events with set event types. So, or like with player, or not player, with GM decided event types, hypothetically. So I guess that's what I want to account for. Okay, so -1 is how we kept track of that. So yeah, actually no, maybe we don't have to change anything here. Maybe it's actually just in the, like, the midtime, in the event midtime that we have to uh, in the event midtime processing that we would want to change this stuff. So where does that happen? Yeah, so event midtime. So maybe it's not just so right now we have if cur ev adlib, blah, 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 if cur ev adlib, but maybe actually what I wanted to say is, like, if cur ev type equals if cur ev dot type equals -1, and then yeah. So what do I want to do with the secret panel exactly? I guess, like, maybe I'll keep the adlib checkbox. I could get rid of the adlib checkbox. I was just thinking, like, yeah, I could replace the adlib checkbox with like the free event type checkbox or radio button instead, because it really would be a different thing. And then, yeah, I mean, I like having the adlib checkbox. I did just, like, reduce a lot of the vertical height off of this, like, thing here, so I could just keep the I could have both. I could have the free checkbox and the free radio button and the adlib checkbox. Yeah, and then I'd probably keep those on the same line and then push multi down onto the next line or something, or vice versa. Um, yeah, I'll just like push the next line, I guess. Okay. So yeah, let's edit our interface and right. So right now we have adlib in row 6 column 0. Let's push this over to row 6 column 1. Let's push multi down to row 7 row 7 column span 2, because it's the only thing on that line, and column 1, I guess, or 0, I guess, and then yeah, so then let's also put in, like, another one of these buttony things for whoops, I copied and pasted the wrong thing, for right, so this will be the text will be like free, I guess, or I could set it as -1, like either of those is fine, and then so the value equals -1, and then Right, so this one is going to be row 6, column 0. And is that? I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Oh, pev type type free. I guess I'll call it. Yeah. So pev type free. Oops, that's not how I typically do the naming conventions. Type free. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. And then that's fine now. That's all fine. Um. Oh. Did I even change my activate away mode button to? I don't think I did. Or not activate away mode. Excuse me. The conclude event button, because like the conclude event button is now supposed to. Oh, it did. Okay. Event mid time. Oh, but I'm not updating the. Am I not updating the text, the button text? Like I used to set it so that like when you activate an event, it would change the text to say. The text would get updated to say. Uh, Conclude event. Did I just get rid of that altogether? Uh, uh, Maybe. Uh, huh. Oh no, there it is. Oh, okay. Oh, so I did it. Oh, I didn't do it on the click. I did it on the actual thing, like when the thing actually happened. Interesting. All right, so I guess I'll want to. Oh, so setting it to say conclude event probably happens in a init event. Oh no, it happens here. It does happen here. Uh, okay. So then, so no, this shouldn't. But this shouldn't be right. This shouldn't be conclude event anymore. This should be. Oh no, this is an init event. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a conclude event. It should be call mid time. And when we're doing the event mid time, event mid time, yeah. And when we're doing event mid time, we should then wait. How did I forget what the command was? It was what was the command to oops init event what was the what was the uh what was the command to make that happen? What? Come on. Call mid time. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Call mid. Okay, there we go. Right. Here's the command, and then alright, so on event mid time, we now change the button to say once we've done all that good stuff and all that, we'll say the text will get updated to conclude event. Okay. Yes, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Save that, and then we might be good. I feel like I feel like I should like restart the script to see if we're good or if I accidentally mess something up. But maybe I'll do like I did on Thursday and just leave it for the next time I restart the script. Just like pretend it's gonna work. It's probably gonna work out fine, and then we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow, or at some point in the near future, whether it actually does work fine. Okay. So let's yeah, that's good. So right. So now the GM now can call free type to yeah, good. And then okay, so gambits. Is there anything else I have to do before I'm satisfied with the results of gambits? I finished them pretty much. Like there's like this occurred to me afterwards that I didn't have the way to call midtime for a free Gambit adlib event, but now we have that, so it might be that we're done with Gambits now. I mean, it might be that Gambits, like, I'm not done with Gambits. I kind of wanted to do different things with them, but like they might be fine for now. Like it might be that like the entire oh. All right, well, if Amish Cyborg needs to know, um, I Corley, I think we talked about this before. Um, I um, I'm not really like traveling much these days, just because travel is really expensive, and I'm trying to keep my costs down. So, it might be difficult to go out. What with like who knows what sides of the planets we're on relative to each other. Hey, Protospasm, how's it going? Welcome. Okay. Uh, um, yeah, I'm gonna call Gambits done for now. As far as I know, they work. Um, I I might just mess with you guys. I'm just gonna like see if I can change the event type. Uh, uh, I'm gonna change it to all. I'm gonna say all. Uh, I'm just gonna because no one else is using Gambits yet, and I just wanna like exercise the code paths to make sure that if there are like weird edge casey things going on, that they at least we at least find them. So yeah, I'm gonna employ Binrybot um, uh, and myself to mess with you guys. I guess. um, uh, um, oh, it's a dead heat so far. Only one can win out. It's a dead heat so far. Really? It's a dead heat so far. Only one can win out. Huh. Wait, I was the only one who said all. Oh, was this not working the other day and I put in like debug output to help me figure out what was going on? I think this might have been not working the other day. Why are these tabs still open? Close tab. Close tab. Okay. Yeah, let's look at what is going on here. So all did get registered. All. Gambit dict entry, all. So move dictionary. Wait, what is this? 1.0? Wait, why does it say 1.0? Oh, right, because it's saying... Oh, wait a second. Move dictionary. Yeah, no, that's right. Wait, move dictionary? Really? Yeah, no, that's correct. That's weird. So it did recognize my entry, and I was 100% of the vote. So I feel like that should have worked. Yeah, hypothetically, what I expected to happen is, because I said all, so that means 100% of the vote, me. Hypothetically, I shifted the event type. Oh, I closed the diagram. But like, so right, so the pirate ship is event type 2. But if I said all, then hypothetically I should have shifted it to event type 3. Because like 3 is on the like all side of balanced, or 3 is on the all side of vote, whereas 2 is on like the one side of vote. So, huh? Yeah, but you said it like right. You said it like right after the cutoff. I don't think yours actually. Maybe yours did count. But like, oh yeah, maybe I don't know. Cause like on my side of the screen, no, I think like yeah, I think yours came through like right after Trusty Bard actually calculated the event type. Because when he printed the move dictionary, he only printed me accounting for. Wait, why does it say? Oh, I must just be messing up the move dictionary. Because why does it say my name? Why does it say like 1 point under my name? If anything, it should say like 1 point under all, or like 1 point under, or all under my name, but it shouldn't say like 1 point under my name. That's weird. So let's look at that. So like move dict yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. It's that I'm using P key instead of using yeah, okay. So yeah. So I'm supposed to be using the Gambit dictionary entry of P key. So Gambit dict P key, yeah. And so right, so the